KCRA 3 getting some exclusive renderings tonight of a proposed new city in Solano County, California Forever. The group behind this huge plan says the community will be walkable, affordable, and home eventually to some 400,000 people. But not everyone supports this plan, saying that the area should stay as it is, and that's farmland.
KCRA 3's Orko Manna spoke exclusively to the head of planning tonight about the new renderings, and also he talked to opponents about their main concerns.
What we're seeing right here is a backyard.
Getting a glimpse of what could be. California Forever sharing new renderings exclusively with KCRA 3 of their proposal for a brand new city in Solano County.
We're really trying to give people a picture of daily life in a compact, walkable community.
In an exclusive interview with me, head of planning Gabriel Metcalf breaks down the vision for the East Solano plan. New renderings show row houses with private backyards. Residents can choose to have a garage, an accessory dwelling unit, or just a larger grassy area.
We're basically leaving it up to the homeowner how they want to use that backyard space. So there's a lot of choice.
There will also be a range in types of housing, including starter homes.
The Bay Area has gotten so expensive. We think if we can find a way to provide home ownership at a more affordable price point, it's going to be really popular.
Another new rendering shows a bus rapid transit system that Metcalf says would function like trains with boarding islands and dedicated lanes.
This is going to be a quality of public transit service that people have not seen before in this part of California.
Metcalf says each resident would also be only a 5 to 10 minute walk from schools, parks, and businesses such as the ones in this new rendering.
More pretty pictures.
But not everyone is on board. William Brazelton is the president of the Solano County Farm Bureau, which opposes the proposed city because the land California Forever wants to build it on is currently zoned for agriculture.
There's actually quite a bit of space inside the city limits around the county, and that's what we would advocate be built out before there's sprawl, not just planting a brand new 400,000 member community in the middle of ag land.
The Farm Bureau is part of the Solano Together Coalition, a group concerned about the development plan and the big promises California Forever is making. Sassoon City's Mayor Pro Tem is part of the coalition too.
Everyone wants a good paying job. Everyone wants affordable housing. But I think it's very dangerous to use that as a carrot to change a policy.
In response, Metcalf says to trust the process.
I am very hopeful and very cautiously optimistic that as people learn more about how this new community could work, that people are going to be really excited about it.
The county's Registrar of Voters office tells me they've received California Forever's petition to allow urban development on this land. It has more than 20,000 signatures, and they're working to verify those signatures right now before this gets on the November ballot. Reporting in Solano County, Orko Manna, KCRA 3 News.